10 Quotes About Entrepreneurship by Steve Jobs. Entrepreneurship is not just about building a business, it is about building a vision. Few people embodied this idea as powerfully as Steve Jobs. He was not only a co-founder of Apple, but also a visionary who reshaped entire industries. His journey was filled with failures, risks, and moments of doubt, yet he never stopped believing in his ideas. What made Jobs different was not just intelligence, but courage, the courage to think differently. In a world that often rewards conformity, he chose creativity and boldness. His words continue to inspire entrepreneurs, creators, and dreamers around the world. Each quote reflects a mindset that goes beyond business and touches life itself. Today, we explore 10 of his most powerful insights on entrepreneurship and the deeper lessons behind them. 1. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Steve Jobs believed that bold thinking is the beginning of innovation. Most people limit themselves before they even begin. They doubt their ability to make a difference. But every breakthrough starts with someone who dares to believe. Jobs himself was once seen as unrealistic and extreme. Yet his crazy ideas reshaped technology and culture. Entrepreneurship requires a certain level of irrational confidence. Not arrogance, but belief strong enough to challenge reality. The world changes when someone refuses to accept its limits. 2. Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. For Jobs, innovation was not optional, it was essential. Companies that copy others may survive, but rarely lead. True entrepreneurs create, not imitate. Innovation requires risk, experimentation, and failure. It means stepping into the unknown repeatedly. Jobs pushed his teams to rethink everything. He believed that staying ahead requires constant reinvention. Leadership is built on originality, and originality comes from courage. 3. Stay hungry, stay foolish. This is perhaps Steve Jobs' most iconic message. To stay hungry means to never become complacent. To stay foolish means to remain open and curious. Success can make people comfortable and rigid, but growth requires discomfort and exploration. Jobs encouraged lifelong curiosity. He believed that beginners often see what experts miss. Entrepreneurs must keep learning and questioning. Because the moment you think you know everything, you stop growing. 4. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Steve Jobs often reminded people about the urgency of life. Many entrepreneurs follow trends instead of their own vision. They build businesses based on expectations, not passion. But this leads to burnout and lack of fulfillment. Jobs believed authenticity is a competitive advantage. When you follow your own path, you bring uniqueness. Time is too valuable to be spent on imitation. True success comes from alignment with your inner voice, and that alignment creates both impact and meaning. 5. I'm convinced that about half of what separates successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful ones is pure perseverance. Jobs emphasized perseverance, a defining factor. Talent alone is never enough. Entrepreneurship is filled with setbacks and failures. Many people quit too early, but those who persist gain experience and resilience. Jobs himself was fired from Apple, yet he returned stronger and wiser. Persistence transforms failure into growth, and growth leads to success. 6. Quality is more important than quantity. One home run is much better than 2 doubles. Steve Jobs was obsessed with excellence. He believed that one great product is better than many average ones. Quality creates trust and long-term value. Customers remember experiences, not numbers. Jobs pushed for perfection in design and function. This mindset built Apple's reputation. Entrepreneurs must focus on doing fewer things better. Attention to detail separates good from great, and greatness creates lasting impact. 7. Sometimes life hits you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. Failure is unavoidable in entrepreneurship. Jobs understood this deeply. Setbacks can feel painful and unfair, but they often carry hidden lessons. Faith allows you to continue despite uncertainty. Jobs' own failure shaped his later success. Every obstacle can become a turning point. What matters is how you respond. Resilience defines your journey. 8. Great things in business are never done by one person. They're done by a team of people. Steve Jobs valued teamwork deeply. No great company is built alone. Success comes from collaboration and shared vision. Each team member brings unique strengths. Leadership means empowering others. Jobs built teams that challenged him. Diverse perspectives lead to better solutions. Entrepreneurship is a collective effort, and great teams create great results. 9. Simple can be harder than complex. Simplicity requires deep understanding. Complex solutions are often easier to create, but true innovation simplifies. Jobs focused on clarity and elegance. Removing unnecessary elements takes effort. Simplicity improves user experience. It reflects mastery, not limitation. Entrepreneurs must refine constantly because simplicity creates power. 10. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. Logic is important, but intuition is powerful. Jobs trusted his inner voice. Entrepreneurs often face uncertainty. Data cannot answer everything. Intuition guides bold decisions. Courage is required to trust it. Jobs followed instinct over convention. That's how breakthroughs happen, and breakthroughs change the world. Steve Jobs' philosophy reminds us that entrepreneurship is not just about building companies, it is about building yourself. It is a journey of courage, resilience, and constant learning. Every challenge you face is shaping your mindset and your future. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is often not talent, but persistence. Jobs showed us that failure is not the end, but part of the process. If you stay curious, stay bold, and stay true to your vision, you can create something meaningful. The world belongs to those who dare to think differently. Let these ideas inspire you to take action, to start, and to keep going. Because the next great idea could be yours.